Ladies and gentlemen, smartphone photography is getting absolutely insane. And I can't believe I'm saying that I'm recording this video on an iPhone 15 Pro. Now, again, I think it's very clear that this isn't a DSLR or like a red camera or something like that. It definitely does not look the same as those. But, I mean, come on. This is an iPhone 15 Pro with a custom microphone on a small rig for literally only the price of the phone, basically, and a couple accessories. Now, yes, I understand completely that the curve in price for getting an iPhone 15 Pro is pretty large, but if you're going to get one already and you're thinking about starting out on YouTube, this is a no-brainer solution, and it's one that I wish I had all this time, because look at this. I've been recording on the Sony ZV-E10 with a Sigma 16 lens, and while I think it's absolutely fantastic, this is not that far off. And as a matter of fact, I think we should do a test of that. I mean, look, while it's clearly not identical, it's really not that far off. And I still can't believe that a phone has the same sort of quality as something like this. It's absolutely crazy. I genuinely, I still can't believe it. Now look, easily the best thing about this setup is how mobile it is. I'm using a Joby GorillaPod as well as a Deity VMic D3 Pro, and it's really lightweight. Like, look at this. I mean, it's just amazing what you could get and just throw this all in your backpack and get something truly incredible with. And you don't need a big camera with a big lens. You don't need any of that. This is all coming from a phone. The idea of that still just absolutely blows my mind, but really the point of this video is to just show you the capabilities of your phone. And if you're starting out on YouTube, you don't need much crazier than this. This is it. Look, and while this isn't exactly an ideal place to shoot, I'm just showing you another capability of shooting on an iPhone is you have that ultra-wide lens to be in tight spaces, which is great because it gets you closer to the microphone, it's better for vlogging, and all around, it just makes for a much better experience. And again, who's shooting in a closet? But it just shows the capabilities. You don't get that on a regular 16mm lens that you'd get from Sony, Sigma, Canon, whomever. You get that on an iPhone. And of course, there is a bit of a trade-off in quality, but look how easy it is for me to just pick this camera up and vlog. It's really just unremarkable. Now, of course, any setup comes with its limitations. And one of the biggest limitations with this one in particular is that you can't see yourself when you're recording, and that's not fun. Of course, yeah, you could use your Apple Watch and monitor yourself, but if you want all of the best features of something like the Blackmagic app, you can't do that. Look, I think the overall point that I'm trying to make in this video is there's really no excuse to use this setup and not make content. You know what I mean? Like, if you're starting out on YouTube, there's no better time than right now, especially if you have an iPhone 15 Pro. Now, of course, you could get similar functionality out of the 14 series, the 13, and all of those, but what really unlocks the world of capabilities is the USB-C port, because like I mentioned, I'm using a professional microphone attached to this camera, and I don't even think I need my ZV-E10 anymore. Obviously, I'm going to keep it for some use cases I have, but you could make the argument that this is all you need. And in close, I just want to leave you with this. We live in the best time in the world to stretch our creative muscle, and we don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on extra camera accessories and all of that when we could use the tool in our pocket that everyone has. This is truly impeccable, especially when you're shooting in log. There's not much better you could get than this. And of course, they're going to continue to iterate on these phones and make them better.